Hi, I'm jELeeoo, and this is my second channel, and this is Deep Rock Galactic, a game that I like a lot, like a lot. I have around 400 hours in this game, and this is the weekly deep dive, a series of missions that refresh every Thursday, that are seeded runs, and you do them back to back, and there's shared ammo and resources between them all, and with great rewards and even greater risks. And I thought today I would want to do a weekly series where I will play them by myself on my own time, and then later narrate over them. This will not be the full deep dive, like the raw footage, completely just unedited. I will be cutting around when I feel it's needed. Right here I'm looking to see if there's any drinks that are worth it, and they're not. Anyways, for this deep dive, I'm going to be playing Engineer and I'm showing my setup here. Got SSG as my grenades. That's my armor. I run a 2-1-2 build on the platform gun, a 1-2-1-1 build on my turrets. I have a simple power attack and recharge speed. For my grenade launcher, I have a 2-1-1-1-2 build with hyperpropellant overclock. I do have Fat Boy. I was considering it, but ultimately I think hyperpropellant is just more versatile and useful. It does way more damage, but like no AoE. On my smart rifle, I have a 2-1-3-1-2 build with Executioner. I also really like smart triggers, but I don't. Executioner is just way too better. So yeah. Basically, and here's the build I have on Bosco, 3-1-2-2-3. This gives me, the main thing you want to have here is 3 on tier 1, which is mining speed. Now, Deep Rock Galactic is a game about a group of dwarves working for an interplanetary galactic mining company. Intergalactic planetary mining I don't know how to say that. It's weird. Anyways, I'm basically, for this video series, I'm just going to be talking about what's ever on my mind while talking over the deep dives, but I'm also going to be explaining the game a little bit. So because this is the first one, I'm going to be explaining the game to you in general. As you can see, I'm player rank 94, level 20. The blue number is your overall player rank. The red number is the class level you're at. So I'm twice promoted at level 20. That means I'm level 75 with this engineer. You can also see I'm playing with mods, but they're mostly just quality of life mods. The big one that I'm using that like people might raise an eyebrow at is Brighter Objects, which highlights mission objectives, like this gold right here that gets highlighted. And here I immediately pull out my ping and tell Bosco, who's your little robot help buddy who plays with you if you're playing single player, to mine it for me. Although honestly, I'm gonna be real, gold is kind of useless on deep dives. Anyways, in this game, you play as a group of dwarves for an interplanetary mining company, and your goal is to go onto this planet called Hoxie's 4 and basically strip it of its natural resources, doing various missions that are going to profit the company and not really profit you all that much. But it's a really fun game. I like it a lot. And here we are doing deep dives. So deep dives give you, normally missions have a primary and a secondary objective, and you only have to do the primary, but in deep dives you have 2 primaries. So right here it says we have to do a drill dozer mission, where we're basically going to take a giant drill dozer and escort it throughout this cave in order to get a really valuable resource, but we can't let it die. And then it says find liquid Morkai well, which means we have to find basically an oil well and frack it, which is really funny.
Would have sent me back to get one of these. Bosco, defend the dozer!
For this series, there will be no guests or anything like that. It's just going to be me playing solo Deep Rock by myself, which is why I'm not doing the Elite Deep Dive, because that's a little too above my skill level, at least alone. And instead, I'm just going to be by myself on the normal Deep Dive with my buddy Bosco, my robot buddy. Oh, I saluted to him.
Keep them away from the drill dozer, Bosco!
I should also let you know, I don't know if I'm going to have it be normal speed here in the final product, but right now I'm watching the video at 2 times speed, and I guess I'll just add my audio when it's needed, accordingly.
The drill dozer running at full capacity. You need to keep it clear of bugs. Also, we got an incoming swarm.
Fucking idiots. Here I am making fun of the enemies for being stupid. should also know that I don't have any music on. This is meant to be sort of just like a podcast, something you can just turn on in the background. And the reason I want to make this is because, one, I felt like making Deep Rock content. Here I am shooting a bunch of exploding plants because that's going to be a real problem in the future if I don't take care of them immediately. I don't want to get them blown up on me in like the middle of a gunfight. Here the drill dozer is stopped, so I'm going to place 2 turrets to guard it, tell Bosco to guard it. Going to mine this pumpkin because it's Halloween and they added these pumpkins into the missions, which is really cool. And now I'm going to go off on my own into this little cave that was left behind to go collect the resources. Mainly Nitra. Nitra allows you to call for more ammo if you have enough of it. You have to get it and then deposit it to the Mule, which is the Mining Utility Lift Engine, aka Molly, which is this little robot that follows you around. She's kind of annoying, not gonna lie. And here you can see my smart rifle in action. It automatically locks on enemies and will curve bullets accordingly, and will just shoot things for me. It's a really cool weapon. I really like it. Anyways. I wanted to make this series because I wanted to also just make a relaxing sort of series. A lot of my videos are very high energy. I put a lot of emotion into them, sometimes a little too much emotion, which I will be explained in a little bit. So I wanted to make something a bit more laid back, where I just sort of talk to you guys. I do have some topics I do want to talk about, but there's no script to this. There's no bullet list. There is none of that. This is just going to be pure off the dome, so I have no idea how good it's going to be. I have no idea how, like... Oh, that means a swarm's coming. I don't know how consistent this series is going to be. I don't know how much if I'm going to keep up a streak of doing it every single week. That's what I want to do. That's what I'll try to do. But I don't know. So here in the mission, because the drill dozers stop, you have to take out the fuel canisters and refuel them by melting down these oil shales. And as you can see there, behind that is called a bulk detonator. That is one of the most deadliest enemies in the game, and it's very random for it to spawn. Although not in this deep dive, since deep dives are seeded. So here I'm telling Bosco to attack it, and I'm trying to damage its weak points with hyperpropellant in my grenade launcher, which is super powerful. One of the most high, it's the highest damaging single attack. But right now I'm trying to kill this glyphid bulk detonator away from Doretta, because that's what happens. It explodes when it dies, and it's overall a very destructive enemy, very high damaging. I don't want Doretta to be damaged while I try and, do this mission. So I'm going to repair it as I restart the drill dozer after filling up the oil things. Here I'm checking my map just to see what's going on. Anyways, the first topic I want to talk about, not relating to Deep Rock, is content on the second channel in general. I don't know if this will come out before or after, but I'm also going to be making a Let's Play of Pandora's Tower with my friend Ben, who has never played the game, and I really want more people to like this game because I really like it a lot. And I've been thinking about making a video about specifically Pandora's Tower and The Last Story, because those 2 games are part of what's called Operation Rainfall, along with the original Xenoblade on Wii. Those games were Wii JRPGs that were exclusive to Europe and Japan, and were not going to come to North America until fans campaigned to get it into North America. So it's one of the reasons why Xenoblade is so popular as it is today. It's also the reason why everyone's British, because they didn't want to do an American dub after they already had a British dub. And I feel like the other 2 games in that trilogy should get more recognition. Here, I found the oil well, or as it's called in this game, Morkite. It's a fictional substance. So I called down a pump jack just so I know where it is for later. But right now, I want to take care of the drill dozer mission, because if the drill dozer dies, the mission is over. So it's better to just get it out of the way until the objective is over, because then I won't have to worry about the drill dozer. Instead, I can focus on Sotem. Here, I started the drill dozer, which starts up this boss gauntlet. It's just a bunch of waves of enemies, and that rock is going to try and fight back eventually. But here, I set up platforms and put turrets on them so the turrets can get a clear line of sight. And then I'm setting up a little station for me. And here I'm just, walking around the drill dozer, making sure it's safe. I also threw my SSG grenade, which has all these little robots that will fight for me. Here, in the second phase, the rock is going to try and shoot rocks at me to cause a claw to come up and encase me. Do not do this on the drill dozer. Do not let the claws encase you on the drill dozer. It will immediately knock out a third of itself. So here I am refilling my fucking things. Anyways, there's an example of that. It is annoying. So, anyways, I wanted to bring up second channel content because I am making a Let's Play of that game that I was talking about. I was going to make a main channel video on it. I probably will, just not anytime soon because I'm working on other stuff. But as for that Let's Play, you know, that's multiple things at once, and then there's also other people that I edit for money. And then there's also the all the big main channel stuff I'm working on. This is going to be the lowest priority because I want this to just be a chill, relaxed thing, and I'm only going to do it if I ever feel like I want to. I'm never going to do it out of obligation. But I do want to make videos on the second channel more, whether it be just flat out gaming videos, Let's Plays, more like raw, unedited, like tier list stuff, anything like that. Basically stuff that's too low effort to be considered a jELeeoo video. Here in the last phase, it's going to throw rocks onto my thing. I'm getting a little overwhelmed because I was paying attention more to the rocks. Normally a strategy you can do with Engineer is to build a platform staircase over top the drill dozer so the rocks will land on the platforms instead. But I decided just fuck it. This game has 4 classes: Engineer, Scout, Driller, and Gunner. Each class has a primary weapon, a secondary weapon, a traversal tool, and a support tool. So for Engineer, his starting primary is a shotgun. His starting secondary is the grenade launcher. His movement tool is a platform gun that shoots platforms. There, the drill dozer killed the thing, and the support tool of the Engineer is turrets. But for example, the Scout has a grappling hook as his movement tool and a gigantic flare gun as his support. Should have equipped Dash. I should have equipped Dash. Dash is a perk. I have 2 perks equipped. Iron Will, which is very useful. You pretty much never want to not have it. And Dash would have been nice here, but I have Field Medic, which is only really good if you're playing multiplayer, but I forgot to equip a single-player oriented perk. Here, I'm telling Bosco to just mine some nitro that I don't want to get myself, because it's high up there. It would be really annoying to do that. I could mine my way up there. I could shoot platforms up there, but I don't want to do that, because I'm also very low on ammo, as you see. And unfortunately, ammo is very scarce in deep dives, because it's all shared throughout all 3 missions. So you can't just, willy-nilly call for resupplies. You kind of have to have a lot of purpose with them. But thankfully, I have a good amount. Here's what the drill dozer was trying to get. Here's the drill dozer's head. You can actually save the drill dozer's head, which is a whole thing. Anyways, back to the rant thing I want to do. I want to... Actually, wait, let me just say. So the fracking thing landed, and here's a little container for it, and we have to build a pipeline from the thing to the thing, and then launch it up. Anyways, so I also wanted to say that I'm a little scared to make this video, because if you don't know, recently on my main channel, I made a community post about it, but I was doxxed for having not good opinions on the game Hollow Knight. Now, if you don't know, I played Hollow Knight in, I want to say 2020, 2019, and I thought it was okay. I wasn't really feeling it, and then my friends who really like it were like, no, you're just fucking crazy, play the game more. And I was like, okay, I'll do that. You know what, maybe I am crazy. And then I did it, and I was like, I don't know, I'm still not feeling it. And they're like, no, you're crazy, play the game more. And I did that again, and this happened over and over until eventually, hey, I fucking hate the game, because I thought I was crazy. Turns out I just do not fuck with the game. This led to me making a video talking about Super Metroid, which, for the record, I played after I played Hollow Knight. I did not play a single Metroid game before I played Hollow Knight. Well, actually, I played a little bit of Zero Mission, but not enough to even have an opinion on it. I played 20 minutes of Zero Mission. Anyways, so I played. So I made a video about Super Metroid, and then I made a video. The video secretly dunked on Hollow Knight because I had there was a lot of stigma behind it, and I had a lot of resentment and anger for the game. I was not being fair at all. Fucking, I hate you. I hate you. I'm tweaking out Molly being in inconvenient places for me to call for the drop pod. After you do a mission, you can call for a drop pod to come pick you up. But since it's a deep dive, this will just take you to the next stage rather than back to the hub. Anyways, I made the Hollow Knight. I made the Hollow Knight segment of that Super Metroid video its own video, and as is expected, got a lot of hate because I used a very clickbaity title to give very bad faith arguments on why I hate Hollow Knight. Although there is a few that I still agree with. I still think that the storytelling of sentence fragments given to you by trees, so stupid. That is, I think that's unforgivable. But either way, it happened. a few years later, I looked back on it and I was like, okay, maybe I definitely was a bit too mean. Whatever, it's in the past. So that video came out in like early 2023. Fast forward to now, 2025. I get an email from some guy. Fuck me. Oh Christ. Yeah, I just said fuck me because I got a mission objective that I really do not like. This is industrial sabotage. We'll get into it in a second. But anyways, in 2025, some dude emails me saying, hey, I'm gonna make a review of your Hollow Knight review. And then he fucking, like, looking back on it, he said so smugly, like, I'm gonna try and be as good faith as possible, but I can't say you were being very fair to the game. Fuck you. Like, fuck that guy. Anyways, this is industrial sabotage. There's basically, in the center of this map is a boss fight, but we have to basically disable the shield so we can go fight the boss. It's very cool in premise, but the reason I do not like this mission is because, one, it is very, very long. It takes a lot of time, and deep dives are scored on time. You get better payout for the quicker you do it. It also has annoying enemies like these robots all the time. Normally the enemies of this game are bugs, but here they're robots. And the other big problem I have with industrial sabotage is that it comes up too frequently. You get this, the missions you get in this game are random, but this one just ends up happening way too frequently, and you get burnt out really quickly. I'm eating something here. I don't know what it is. So yeah, very annoying mission. The second objective is to do a core crystal scan. Basically, that little bar on the left, that blue bar, is going to eventually get yellow the closer I get, and it's going to make a noise. And basically, I just have to dig around where there's a big noise. It's not that hard. Actually, I think I find it right here. Yeah, once you hear that noise, that like pulsating noise, you dig for that, and then you just call down the scanner, and then you have to attach the thing to a thing, and boom, bada boom, bada boom. Anyways, so he made that video, and I emailed him saying like, hey, you know what, that's fine, you have my blessing, I don't even agree with it anymore. Just please, you know, don't be mean, don't like send harassment my way. And also like, I even gave him resources to help him make his video, but it turns out he sent that email the day he made the video. Here I see a bunch of enemies and I sort of panic and just throw a grenade. Because this game, this mission has a mutator called duck and cover, meaning enemies that shoot ranged attacks are more likely to spawn. Anyways, so, and in his video, at first I thought it was just genuine, like, ignorance and not, like, maliciousness, but now I genuinely believe it is maliciousness. That he said, what do you guys think of this guy's opinion? I'll leave a link in the description. Go to his video and leave a comment on your honest thoughts on his review. And, you know, he didn't at all explain that this was a 2-year-old video. He didn't at all explain that what I said in the email. He didn't do any of that. He instead encouraged people to come to my video. And as expected, you know, YouTube comments are flooded with a lot of hate, a lot of people telling me to delete my channel, some even telling me to kill myself. One of them was really funny and said this is proof that if you give a retard enough time, they can complete any game, which was like really funny. That was evidence of how cool my build is. With my hyper-propellant grenade launcher, that just immediately insta-kills the annoying robots they do not like. Anyways, this is a hacking pod. You need to disable our data station shield generator. Yeah, that's a shield generator. I have to call down a hacking pod to disable it so that I can properly fight the boss, the main event. Anyways, so, you know, got a lot of comments. Wasn't proud of that, so I changed the video title to read the pinned comment, and I leave a pinned comment explaining everything. A lot of people were like, okay, good to see you grow, good to see that like you don't agree with it anymore, I get it, you're cool, we're cool. And some of them even came to my modern videos and were like, okay, this is actually good, I'm gonna subscribe to you. And like, you know what, that's great. Where's the fucking biome? It is the worst fucking biome. This is the lava biome, by the way, where like earthquakes can happen and there's like lava and the floor hurts you. Yeah, the enemies just explode there because it also has volatile guts, meaning enemies explode upon being killed. Anyways, here I started hacking pod, and I just have to defend this hacking pod while it hacks. So, you know, that's kind of cool. But I still get hate comments, so, you know, I'm like, you know what, I don't want to deal with this, so I just mute my comments notifications on YouTube. You know, no biggie deal. Every now and then, though, I do check it out just because, you know, just to see if anything happens on other videos, which includes harassment on my modern videos. Volatile guts are making them all explode. I didn't hear what I said. So I get harassment on my modern videos, which is really lame. Like, just completely irrelevant to Hollow Knight, saying I should still delete my channel. The F you, I recently got one, like, after this whole drama, that said F you for your Hollow Knight video, and your Silksong video. This happened, like, a day before Silksong got a release date, which made me so pissed, because, like, of course it would get even more attention. But I did make a sort of cheesy kind of. I made a video titled "Silksong is low-key a bad game," but the video is not about Silksong at all. It's about Psycho Patrol R, which is a game I actually really care about, which is really cool. And I'll admit that was definitely a little bit of troll, a little bit of baiting them, you know. But like, it's kind of tongue-in-cheek. Anyways. But you know what? Whatever. You know, I just gotta rough it out. You know, a few months of bad comments. Boo-hoo, I can fucking live. It's not that big a deal. Until one day I check my inbox, and there's a comment in that video with my full name and address. My my information has been leaked public. Thankfully, you know, nobody likely saw it. The comment was like only a few hours old. But still, understandably, I was very spooked and also pissed that I didn't like your game. Oh, he didn't like my game, so I have to leak his public information. What is wrong with people? What is actually wrong with people? It pisses me off. It was a very scary night. I was pretty much paranoid the entire time. Reasonably so. Like, even if, like, realistically, like, now looking back on it, yeah, realistically nothing's gonna happen, but in that moment, you know, my fucking public information is out. You know, I don't know how this person got it. This person could already, like, have, like, done something with this information, could have made a false police call, could have fucking sent me something that's not good, you know? I don't know. But that was like a few weeks ago. Nothing's happened. I'm definitely calmed down a bit more. I also did contact authorities, and I'm not gonna say anything because I don't want to like risk any fucking. I don't want to risk anything. But you know, it was a scary time, and I spent the whole night staying up, you know, dealing with authorities and also scrubbing every little thing I've made online to further hide any way that my public identity could be made. It was a scary time. I also took down the Hollow Knight video and the Super Metroid video. There's both fucking hacking stations, so now I have to do this boss fight, which is this big triangle thing. And right now I'm just looking around this cave for a good arena. And here I think I find a good spot. Little do I know, this is a terrible spot, and I'm going to regret it for the entire fight. But essentially, when it comes to these fights, at least in single player, you kind of just want to set up a little base to hide behind these like resupply pods. And if you're engineer, obviously set up your turrets. Sometimes, very rarely, you can hack these bots to fight on your side after defeating them. So you don't hear him doing this QTE. So, understandably, I also email Holland saying, hey, take down your fucking video because someone leaked my private information. And, you know, looking back on it now, definitely an overreaction. But it doesn't change that Holland's response was so fucking terrible. He said, hey man, don't worry, I'll edit my pinned comment to tell you to leave them alone. That's nothing. That's a nothing burger. He also conveniently leaves out that I was doxxed. It was very fucking facetious. It was fucking, he's such a fucking slimeball. He's a fucking weasel. I hate him. Like, now I'm no longer convinced that he was just willfully ignorant. I think he was genuinely hiding his maliciousness. I'm not saying that he was connected to the docs, but like, at the same time, I wouldn't be fucking surprised at this point. And of course I got comments on like my own community post saying like, oh, you shouldn't have made that video then. So like, you know, actually what is wrong with people? If you actually think that you are not a good person, you do not deserve to be on the internet. You deserve to be in a fucking correctional facility. And then I emailed Holland again, asking him to like at least use the YouTube blur feature to get my channel page out and remove my name from his fucking pinned comment, and he did not respond, so whatever. But you know, I haven't gotten a comment or anything like that in a while, other than one that just said fuck you for your Hollow Knight video, which, whatever. Here I am getting upset at this boss fight because I'm sucking at it, because it's just a bullet hell. It's very annoying to do alone, and you know, I'm definitely panicking a little bit because, you know, it's a deep dive. It's been a while since I've done an industrial sabotage in a deep dive. Deep dives also have set difficulties, so like I'm locked into, I think this is hazard 3.5. It's also annoying for me to get his weak points here, which is why you hear me spam clicking, because the smart rifle isn't best for it, and I don't want to waste my grenade launcher ammo on this, and my turrets aren't doing a good job. So... So yeah, I'm a little paranoid to just be making content in general, but I'm okay making it on the second channel because I don't think nobody watches my second channel, like, ever. This is mostly just for me, but if people watch it, that's pretty cool. Still, either way, I still hate Hollow Knight now. Not because of the game, though, but because the community is just generally one of the worst fandoms, and I can't stand... There I am, getting a little mad. I can't stand... Like, if your favorite game of all time is an indie game, I do not fuck with you, because chances are you are going to be one of the most annoying people in the world, because you're going to treat that game like it's your personal god, and you think that any minor criticism towards it is like a personal attack on you. There's me... I hate you. I hate you. There's me slamming my desk in frustration. So yeah, very not pleased with this whole situation, and like, you know, like, it's not even Hollow Knight, like, no, not to throw fucking shade at Deltarune fans, but at the same time, Deltarune fans, you guys are annoying as hell. That one gif of Asgore running over that character, it's like the thing from Open Season. I hate that gif because I don't get the joke, because I haven't played Deltarune's chapter 2, 3, and 4 because I want to wait for the game to be out. But like, that's the most annoying shit in the world. Like, I got spammed over and over and over. And I'm not saying like AAA is like king or that indie games suck, because, you know, I love it. I'm playing an indie game right now. I love indie games, but like, fucking chill. Even if there are people who do not like the game, that is the minority. Chill. You're fine. Nothing's gonna happen if one person states their fucking shit-ass opinion. Sorry, I'm still very salty about the situation, and I have never been able to properly vent about it, so this is me venting about it. Anyways, that's enough of that. Let's just leave it at I fucking hate Holland for being a slimy little shit. Didn't take any fucking accountability for what he done. Fuck. So here I died and boss goes out all out of revives. So what I do is I use Iron Will, which gives me a temporary revive, and I get health from there, because you need to get health or else Iron Will is just going to kill you again. That's how it works. So I also failed to land on a platform. My engineer platforms actually reduce fall damage, but unfortunately it disintegrated when it landed on the caretaker because it doesn't mesh well. But thankfully I did manage to clutch up and get it. And thankfully Bosco revives in Iron Will recharge with each deep dive stage. So everything's all good. Supply pod's good. Gonna restock on supplies, and then I'm going to kit Ned at an earthquake. And as you can see, this base was not good for me, because like it was too claustrophobic after platforms were added. That's why it's very important that if you're playing this stage as engineer, you need to platform your base first and then like move around in it and see if it's good for the boss fight. Anyways, now I have one more thing to do, and that's look for the last resonance crystal, which was back by the first hacking pod. I find it pretty quickly. Anyways, moving on from all that fucking Hollow Knight shit in fucking Holland. Now my new #1 enemy. Let's talk about something else. Let's talk about the SteamDeck, because believe it or not, I am playing this on a SteamDeck. I got it literally actually a few days after the doxing. Go figure. I ordered it before. But I was very disappointed in Windows. My Windows bloatware was really getting to me. I tried updating my drivers, nothing worked. Windows is just a piece of shit. I hate it. Most people agree with me nowadays. This isn't a hot take, I'm aware. And it just surprises me that people do not switch to Linux. They do not switch to Mac. I'm not saying Mac is like perfect, but I am very familiar with Mac because I've been using it my whole life. And I am saying, and like I will say, it's certainly better than... It is the worst biome for sure. Anyways, like, yeah, I've been using Mac my whole life. It's not perfect, for sure, but it's certainly better than Windows. The only problem with it, the major problem that gives Windows the edge over Mac, is gaming. Nobody games on a Mac, and that's understandable. The best game you're going to play on a Mac is going to be something that you emulated. But still, like, Mac is great for like productivity and being in an if you are a part of the Apple ecosystem and everything links together, it unironically is really good. But even then, Linux is a thing. I've been using Linux because of desktop mode on my Steam Deck, and it's amazing. It just, like, I'm not saying it just works. There was a lot of coding things I had to do when I wanted to install third-party apps, like, you know, fucking emulators and shit, and I wanted to make my numpad work on my keyboard, and that required some weird coding shit, but, like, simply using Perplexity or Google helped me with that. Real quickly, this is the last stage of the deep dive. The main primary objective is getting eggs, and we have more crystal scans. So the eggs will show up on my little terrain scanner, my little 3D map, as those orange dots, and so I basically just have to mine them and collect them, and I'll be good. And because it's the last stage, and I have a shit ton of nitro from the previous stage, because I was stocking for the boss fight, I can be as liberal as I want with the resupplies, which is really cool. Also, I can get Bosco to mine the eggs for me. I should probably talk about Bosco more. I'll do it in the next video, next one. A reminder that these happen every Thursday. I'm currently doing this voiceover on Sunday, though. Anyways, back to Steam Deck. So yeah, like, Steam Deck, it works a lot better than my shitty Windows laptop that I was running on previously. But here's the thing. I know for a fact that if I switch to Linux on that laptop, that's a stalker, by the way, invisible enemy, they're really annoying. You only know they're around by their sound cue, and you can, like, barely see them. Anyways, so if I switch to Linux on that laptop, I know that the games I would want to run fine would run fine. But, like, Gmod runs like shit. Deep Rock could barely hold 30 frames. A lot of games could barely hold 30 frames. Same with, like, Ultra Kill. And I just decided, you know what? I'm fucking tired of it. Steam Decks don't seem to be super expensive, so I got one. I got one and a dock and a USB hub for it. That there is a Huli Hoarder. That enemy will run away if you leave it alone for too long, but it drops a lot of good materials if you manage to kill it, which is what I just did there. And so far, I have been loving my Steam Deck. I also love how well it runs emulated games, specifically later gen, like 7th gen. It runs Pandora's Tower like a dream. It has integrated pointer controls with the trackpad, so like I can just aim the chain in that game with the trackpad instead of like motion controls or mouse or anything like that. Same with, like, you know, PlayStation 1, and even I want to see how well The Last Story holds up, because I played The Last Story earlier this year, and it went terribly. Not because the game sucks, the game's pretty mid, honestly, but because it is notoriously one of the hardest games to emulate. It is very difficult to get working because the way it was coded, the way it was built on the Wii, doesn't mesh well with even emulators. But from what I'm told, it runs like a dream on Steam Deck, so, you know, fucking Valve continues to be the best fucking company in the world. So yeah, Steam Deck has been really fun, you know, I really do just use it. Stalker hit me. So it disables your shield and leaves you pretty damaged for a while. So yeah, I only use my Windows laptop for gaming anyway, so like I'm not losing out on much. Everything else I do on my Mac. Like this fucking recording, like the editing in this video, I do that all on my Mac. So, you know, nothing was being lost for me. It was just the right choice to make, getting a Steam Deck. And I've been enjoying it a lot. I've been recording. The only thing I'm kind of disappointed in is that OBS, it ran like a dream on certain things, but not with Deep Rock. So this is being recorded with my capture card running through my Steam Deck. Which is unfortunate, but, like, you know, I wasn't even expecting that in the first place. It was just a pleasant surprise when I tested it out that it worked well with Pandora's Tower. I was also able to play fucking, like, Halo, which I don't think I'd ever be able to run on my Windows laptop because Windows is a piece of shit and would hog all my fucking RAM and my CPU usage. Although there were some internet troubles when I played Halo, but that was just because of a loose Ethernet cord. The dock is also kind of cool. I have a few complaints. It only has 3 USB-A ports, no USB-C, and it's only 3 USB-A ports. So I have an external USB-A hub plugged into that, and I really wish it had more ports. If there's a third-party one that has more ports like that, I would probably get it if I knew of its existence and if it wasn't super cheap. But I got the official one for $80 whole goddamn dollars, so go me. here's me struggling to get the crystal thing because I'm slightly away from it. There you go.
Send the resonance scanner. Pretty please. Go, Bosco.
Here I'm telling Bosco to get the thing, but it's at a bad angle, so he's just lighting up the place for me. Bosco's way too useful for that to be a blunder. Anyways, here I am setting up the last thing. And then I just need to get the last egg, and then I can get out of here.
I need the damn minecart on point. Where is it?
I get a incoming swarm message upon getting the last egg, but I say fuck it, and I just want the drop pod. I want to get out of here. Honestly, normally I like deep dives a lot, but this one was not. I wasn't fucking with this one because of industrial sabotage and because of this is my least favorite biome in the game. Very annoying. Anyways, here for this little last swarm, I'm just fucking going guns blazing, waiting for the meal to get to the drop pod. By the way, Molly has to get to the drop pod in order for you to leave. So it kind of sucks that you do have to wait around for her. But thankfully she does leave like markers if you get lost on your way to the drop pod in more complex caves. Fuck you, oh my god. Anyways, yeah, fuck this biome. But yeah, that was the deep dive. And honestly, I think that's everything I want to talk about. Second channel content, my doxing, and the Steam Deck. No Doretta, are you serious? No Doretta. I saved Doretta in the first mission. Doesn't show up. Anyways, I got a lot of XP, got a lot of money, got some good rewards, and yeah. So thank you for joining me for this first edition of jELeeoo Does the Deep Dives. And yeah, I guess I'll see you all another time. I'll try and do this next week. And yeah.
This is gonna make me look so
See you all later.